Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday and welcome to Sideshow Live. Yay! I'm your host, Wendy Lee, and also joining me today is Joshy G, who's going to be helping us host the show and give you some geeky headlines.
Hey, it's me, everyone. Joshy G in the house. I'm very excited for today's episode. I know you are too, Wendy.
Me too, and I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you. So we have a super fun show today. First up, like I said earlier, geek headlines with Joshy G. Then we're going to be taking a look at some Yoda pieces. But before we get started, be sure to enter the January newsletter giveaway for a chance to win. And you will be winning Marvel's Spider-Man Advanced Suit 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. So just head to side.show/Spidey contest to win. Now you only have a few more days left until the end of the month. So don't delay. Can you believe it's already end of January?
Oh, man.
What happened?
I don't know, but I'm glad that January is almost over. Let's get on to February.
February it is. So
roller coaster of a month.
It's a shorter month, 29 days this time. It's a leap year.
Yeah, leap year.
Ooh, so you guys make sure you enter the contest so you can win Spider-Man. Joshy G is going to start us off with some of our favorite geek headlines from last week. Josh?
Geek headlines with Joshy G, everybody's favorite song, because I made it up. All right, guys, it is Geek headlines, and we're going to kick things off with a Thing remake from some missing material. Now, according to Bloody Disgusting, Universal is said to have teamed up with Blumhouse Productions for a new film based on Frozen Hell, the recently uncovered expanded version of John W. Campbell's novella, Who Goes There?, which was the basis for The Thing and its 1951 predecessor, The Thing from Another World. I am a huge horror fan. I love The Thing. I'm also hoping that they found this uncovered material in a block of ice in Antarctica, but that's beside the point. Do you like horror movies, Wendy? And if so, are you excited for a Thing expanded universe or some sort of expansion of the original Thing?
I am certainly excited, and I am definitely a fan of horror, and I love that you just literally took a deep dive into kind of what when they do remake this, what we're gonna see. Before this announcement, I was always hoping if they were gonna remake it, we'd get Guillermo, but this sounds really promising, and I'm really excited because it's not going to be an exact copy of what we already got.
And I like Blumhouse Productions. I'm really excited for The Invisible Man that's coming out. Yes. That looks like a really fun take on a classic, Universal horror icon. So for them to take another horror icon like The Thing and kind of give their spin on it, I think it's in good hands. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's in good hands. So yeah, I'm real excited about that. We're gonna move on to some Mortal Kombat news. I know there's some big video game fanatics out there. IGN released an exclusive trailer for Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. And it is an R-rated film that will share some of Scorpion's origin story. Now, I am a huge fan of Mortal Kombat. I also love the video game, and of course coming up it's R-rated, so that means you're going to see all the blood, you're going to see the guts, and hopefully you will see some fatalities. I will admit that Scorpion is my go-to character in Mortal Kombat. Wendy, what's your go-to character?
Probably Sub-Zero, honestly.
Yeah, I'm real curious, and you could let us know in the chat, who is your go-to character in Mortal Kombat? I'm really kind of curious to see which are the more popular Mortal Kombat characters. Now, I think Scorpion, obviously, because you're circling an entire origin story around Scorpion, that would like to think that he's probably the most popular. Who do you think would be the most popular?
I mean, that's what I think, too, because, name's already in the title. Yeah. So I think that's going to be the major draw.
Some other folks said Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero could be
Sub-Zero, absolutely. Because these are well-known names for people who aren't as familiar with Mortal Kombat, which some are out there, and that's okay. So I always enjoy when they, bring out things like this for people who are new to it or newer to it. They can kind of explore and get into it, and you kind of go down the rabbit hole like we all did, basically.
Yeah.
And I like the animation style.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool, a little anime-ish style that they're going to bestow upon us in this new R-rated animated film. Moving on, we got some Batman news. Production has officially begun on Matt Reeves' The Batman. Reeves himself, he shared a photo of the slate, and of course we found out that Peter Sarsgaard will not be playing Two-Face. There was some speculation that Mr. Peter Sarsgaard will be playing Two-Face. He will not. He will be playing Gotham District Attorney Gil Colson. Batman will be in theaters June 25th, 2021. I love Batman. I'm a huge Batman fan. I'm really excited because it just seems like every day they are announcing a brand new cast member, and it's not just some like no-name guy. It's a huge star of some sort with some acting chops. I think this Matt Reeves Batman, it seems super, super promising. Are you as excited now when they have announced Peter Sarsgaard as a character? Are you pumped for the Batman? Matt Reeves, the Batman.
I think with each casting announcement that we get, I get more and more excited because when they first, you know how everybody kind of speculated who was going to play Batman, and then they announced Robert Pattinson, and I was like, yes.
I'm a huge. I thought I was going to be upset about it, but I was pumped. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, he's come
I
a
know
long
my
ways
mother.
after.
My mother, being a big Robert Pattinson fan, loves the idea of him, Edward, playing Batman, but we could talk about that some other time. But yes, Robert Pattinson is Batman.
Yeah. Andy Serkis.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I honestly can't wait. Like I'm so excited, and I know this film they've just barely begun production, and I'm already really impatient. So I'm trying to kind of push down my anticipation because sometimes I hype myself up so much that like I create this crazy like picture in my head of like what movie we're gonna get to see, and then I kind of ruin my own movie going experience. So I'm trying to just remain calm.
Yeah. And just enjoy it. Whatever it is, just enjoy it. And finally, speaking of enjoying it, I know I'm a huge fan of this franchise. I know Wendy is. And I know there are probably some people out there that would not admit it, but come on. They're great movies. I'm talking about Fast and the Furious, Fast 9. It was announced today. This is a teaser trailer to the trailer, which I know doesn't make a lot of sense, but they're going to announce the trailer this Friday. And of course, they dropped some character posters, including... you get to see Dominic Toretto, all your favorites. You get to see Letty, played by Michelle Rodriguez. You got Ludacris, Tyrese, and a brand new cast member, my personal favorite and a buddy of mine, Mr. John Cena in the house. That's right. You can't see him, but you can see him in his poster. There's a lot of speculation on what character he's going to play. I'm guessing he's going to be some sort of relation to the Brian O'Connor / Paul Walker family. Regardless, these movies are great. They're fun, and I can't wait to see this trailer on Friday. Tell me about your favorite Fast and the Furious movie, Miss Wendy.
Oh man, I feel like it's got to be the first one because they shot that on in the Florida Keys, which is I'm not from the Keys, but I'm from Florida. So when they shut down I-95 or one of the highways, I remember that so clearly, and I kind of felt like it was kind of like a not a hometown advantage, but I kind of felt a connection to it. So I followed the franchise all the way through. I really enjoyed Fast 8. I know it was really outrageous, the stuff with the ice. I absolutely loved it, and I cannot wait for Fast 9. I know that they're going to do the big reveal, like during the Super Bowl, I think. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. You know which one's my favorite? Believe it or not? Tokyo Drift. I know,
really?
very unpopular movie, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. Tokyo Drift. Check it out if you haven't seen it.
Family.
Let us know, A, who your favorite Mortal Kombat character is. B, what your favorite Fast and the Furious movie. Or C, let us know what your favorite headline is in the chat below. And ladies and gentlemen, those are your Geek headlines for this week.
Well, thank you so much, Josh Ichi. Hey, you guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be taking a look at Yoda. Hey, welcome back. So Josh and I are joined by really fun Yoda pieces here. So Josh, you and I have we've been sitting here a little while with Yoda, and can you tell me why you think Yoda is so cool?
Well, I mean, look, Yoda is the man, and there is nobody more popular right now than Yoda. And I'm not talking about the child, I'm talking about Yoda. There is a Yoda resurgence throughout the entire world, and there is, I mean, look at these two pieces, or these three pieces, I should say. And why do I think Yoda is so cool? I mean, he's just small but mighty, you know? He also, you know, gives out great advice, and especially now, in times where you need that great advice, you always kind of go back to some of the philosophical things that Yoda has set out, you know, throughout the course of either movies or TV shows, and I think that's why people just love Yoda so much.
Yeah, honestly, there's some of my favorite quotes that I kind of sometimes like write down on a piece of paper when I kind of like start out my day just to motivate. It's just a Yoda quote, which I think is hilarious. So why don't we go ahead and jump in and take a look at the pieces that are in front of us. And the first one we're gonna dive into is the Pewter Yoda, and this is Pewter Collectible by Royal Selangor, and this features subtle staining to accentuate wizened features and texture of his robe. And am I allowed to pick it up? I kind of just want to look at it. So, it's heavier than I thought. It's really detailed, and it's really features, and I love this pose, which is so different than the other two, that he's ready to battle the lightsabers out. You don't really often see Yoda, you know, draw his lightsaber.
Yeah, no, especially in figures like this, but I mean, I just like that he's in battle stance, he's ready to go, and he's, you know, ready to kick some rear end, if you will. Kick some rear end.
What I really like is that I think a lot of the times in my own head that I think like, in order to have details on a figure, they need color. Obviously, this is not the case here.
No, and you definitely don't need it too.
Do you want to?
No, I'm just saying, like, you could just see how, you know, how detailed it is for such a small, for such a small piece. And you know, you obviously have the middle, and the big one on the desk as well. Yeah. But this one is really detailed. Yeah.
And the Pewter Yoda also has free US shipping, which I think is really awesome. I love that there's so much heft and weight to it.
Yeah, and that's
like one of
my
favorite
for those
things.
collectors that may not have the space for a giant life size or even something, you know, about medium size-ish. This is the perfect, you know, if you have a desk at work and you want to put, you know, your big Yoda fan, this is the perfect piece for somebody that wants to share their love for Yoda but may not have the space for it.
Exactly. That's like my desk because I can't fit these guys on my desk. So speaking of some of the bigger pieces that we have in front of us, we have the legendary scale Yoda legendary scale figure by Sideshow, and this is obviously inspired by Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. Features Dagobah environment base, which I love right now. Can we go ahead and give this Yoda a spin?
Talk about the base. So, I mean, look how cool and detailed this is. I mean,
You're in Dagobah, can you smell the swamp?
Exactly. You have the Dagobah kind of insects and creatures. Yeah. You get the texture of the water. You can see like the moss growing on the trees. Yes. And as I spin them around, you got the leaves on the ground. There's even like small little tiny details. There's like a shell of some sort on the ground. I mean, did a great job just on the base alone. We haven't even talked about the figure yet, but just the base is so cool.
What I really like too with Yoda, his positioning, that we're talking about, you know, a Jedi Master who is just so peaceful and one with the Force, and he's sitting just perched on this branch because he's tiny and he can. And I just love this. Like I really love all aspects of like Yoda and his different poses. Because you have, you know, for example, we were talking about the pewter earlier, he's in a fighting stance with the lightsaber out. This one, he's in his environment. He's in Dagobah. Yeah. And just hanging out,
and he could be observing Luke training. He could be, you know, meditating. You know, there's so many things that Yoda could be doing. Also, what's really cool is the fabric. Yeah. You know, his costume is you know, obviously fabric based.
Feels great.
And even goes so far as the details, his little tiny hairs on his head. I mean, that just again, just knocking it out of the park. Yeah. Just the small little details, even the fingernails. I mean, again, it's just such a great, cool piece. Fingernails, toenails. I mean, they really
Can you see the toenails?
Yeah, you can see the toenails right there. But yeah, every little small detail, they did very well.
I love it. I love Yoda. And of course, we've got to talk about the biggest, the showpiece of all of them, the life-size Yoda. And this is a figure by Sideshow. Oh my gosh, Joshy G, this is huge. So this figure features Dagobah themed environment base as well.
Yeah.
So we're
Again,
gonna
Sideshow
go
with the
ahead
1-2 punch, knocking it out of the park for both figures. They also
Give it a
have
little spin.
Yeah, he's got the fabric costume as well. I mean,
I love the texture of the robe.
it's so cool. And again, with the Dagobah kind of creatures kind of walking around while Yoda is perched up, meditating or
Observing Luke again.
Observing Luke. Yeah, I mean, just look how cool this piece is.
What I like about the environment base is that they make it 360, and I don't mean that like we have it like so it's spinning. I mean that they put different elements in the front and the back of it.
Yeah.
So from any angle that you see, this piece has something to show. So it's not like, okay, well, I gotta face this part towards the wall or anything like that.
And it's one of those pieces like if you have it in your home, you're looking at it and you're like, man, you notice a new feature or new something each time you look at it. You walk by and you're like, oh, I didn't notice this or I didn't notice that, and that's what's so cool is like they, there's really small details that you don't get to see them every time. You got to check it out, multiple times before you're like, oh yeah, I didn't notice that before.
Exactly. And actually, right before we came back from break, we were just kind of taking a quick peek at this, and we noticed I don't remember the
Bissell.
The Bissell. I was gonna call it the flute. Like a noob.
Blissel.
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 Wow, it's what I like is that it's like a physical thing. It's not a sculpted like. And
even the pouches on his belt. I mean, they're all there.
So I really, this is just like the most impressive thing. So cool. From the tippy toes, the little fingernails, all the way up to his hair. I love it.
Just want to kiss him on his head.
Well, I mean, if you own this, you can kiss it. You can, I don't know, take photos.
It's like kissing a raisin.
Well, we also have one more piece. We have the bronze Yoda and the Yoda collectible, bronze Yoda collectible by Sideshow that's inspired by the Yoda fountain at Lucasfilm, which you can see to the picture right there. One of the pictures. So you guys, if you're interested in any of the pieces, make sure to head to sci.show/collectyoda to see all of our Yoda collections.
I actually have that outside my house. No, I'm just kidding, I don't.
Oh my
God,
you
it'd be cool if I did. But it'd be cool if I did, Sideshow, just saying. Put that right on the hood.
My jaw literally dropped. I don't know, they caught it on camera. I was like, what?
No, I live in Venice. That wouldn't have lasted long.
Oh no.
It'd be on the boardwalk.
You have to like put it in the back of the house.
Exactly, that's right.
Yeah. With like the water fountain and all.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys, it's been such an amazing show today. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to my guest host, Joshy G.
Thank you very much for having me. Thanks, guys, for joining us as well.
Thank you, Yodas. You guys, don't forget to head to sci.show/Spidey contest to enter for a chance to win the Marvel's Spider-Man Advanced Suit 6-scale figure by Hot Toys. The giveaway ends this Friday, so like I said, it's only a couple of days, so don't wait on it. Hurry up and do it now. You have been such an awesome audience. Thank you so much again for joining us today. Don't forget to let your geek side show.
Woo!
Bye!
Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.